Greetings. This is Dinah Monahan.
And Damon Evans bringing you pro-life perspectives.
Last week, I talked about the impact of Roe v. Wade on the abortion landscape of our country. Today, I want to talk about a good thing that sprang out of the terrible decision, the birth of pregnancy resource centers.
This program is about all things pro-life. It's sponsored by White Mountain Tees and Snowflake. White Mountain Tees provides screen printing, embroidery, banner printing, merchandise with your logo on it, and much more for the White Mountain community. Whether it's 25 t-shirts for your family reunion or 5,000 for your big event, they can do it.
And Damon, they deliver. Yep, they deliver your order right to your door. From Payson to Winslow, Pine Top to Springerville, they bring it to you.
Just go to whitemountaintees.com, that's whitemountaintees.com, or stop by their lovely shop in Snowflake. So Dinah, what exactly are pregnancy resource centers?
Well, PRCs, as we call them, are a place where young women can come and get free pregnancy tests and ultrasound to confirm their pregnancy. Many centers across the country offer STD testing, and some actually offer prenatal care. Add to this ongoing parenting and life skills classes, counseling, diapers, clothing, baby furniture, and practical assistance in navigating life. PRCs are a place of acceptance, concern, and care for both the mom and the baby, and help for women in crisis, and it's all free.
And if a woman is pregnant, what does the PRC offer her?
We offer options. If you go to a Planned Parenthood, the only thing discussed will be abortion, and they only accept credit cards or cash. But when you come to our center, not only do we do testing and ultrasounds, we discuss parenting, adoption, and abortion. You know, it is a woman's choice, and we know that. But is it a choice if she really doesn't understand what she's choosing? We talk about the abortion procedure, the potential impact on her emotional and physical health, and the development of the baby. There's no pressure, and it is done without judgment and at no charge.
And what if she chooses to have that abortion?
That's happened. But regardless, she's treated with dignity and invited back to talk if she has any emotional issues after abortion. Pregnancy centers across the country have programs for women who regret their abortion and need healing.
And what if she decides to parent that child?
Well, you know, we're accused of only caring for the baby, but we are there for the mom and long term. In 1999, I developed a program called Earn Why You Learn for our little Show Low Center. Instead of giving things away, I wrote a curriculum that taught about pregnancy health, the developing baby, newborn care, the toddler years, children's emotional needs, and much more. Women would come to the center for a class and receive mommy money, which they would spend at our baby boutique. It was sort of
That's
like,
cute.
Yeah, it was like Monopoly money. But each week, the young lady would meet with her mentor and learn. Then she shopped at our store to provide diapers, formula, clothing, and furniture for her baby. You know, I worried in the beginning that transitioning from giving things free to having our clients earn them through classes would cause clients to quit. But the opposite happened. Our numbers exploded. In 2001, the program was offered to centers nationally, and it took off. 1,200 centers were soon using the program, and they experienced the same thing. Their numbers increased dramatically. We added a father's component, and dad started coming. This program literally shifted the paradigm for the pregnancy resource centers in this country.
That is so amazing that all of that started right here in Show Low with our local center. So you're saying that all of this only came about after Roe was passed in 73?
Yeah. The abortion lobby was shocked when Roe passed and legalized abortion on demand at a national level. Dr. Nathanson, a leading abortionist and political activist, stated that they weren't ready for it because they never dreamed that they would get all they wanted in one fell swoop. Of course, the result was abortion clinics popped up all over the country. But something else happened also. Pro-life people, shocked at the reality of abortion becoming a constitutional right, organized and started shaping the movement. Some went into political activism, some into peaceful protests, but many moved to minister to the young women who were seeking abortions. The concept of a pregnancy resource center was birthed out of the Roe decision. As the number of centers grew, it was obvious that there was a need for training, data gathering, and standardized practices. 2 organizations were created that met that need. Heartbeat International, which now has 3,300 centers and maternity home affiliates worldwide, and CareNet, which has 1,250 center affiliates in North America. They laid the foundation for the pregnancy center growth and professional development. Here's the irony. According to Dr. Nathanson, the pro-aborts knew that the passage of Roe would cause an uproar, but they were just sure that we would give up and just fade away and abortion clinics would go on unopposed. Well, there are now 700 abortion clinics, but there are 3,000 pregnancy resource centers in this country, and we are only growing in numbers.
That's wonderful. And when did you start your first center?
I actually started my first center in Taylor 40 years ago in a tiny trailer. My center was a perfect example of the early years where we had the passion and the love, but not the professionalism or sophistication of the centers today. But hey, there are adults alive now whose mamas chose life because they came to that tacky little trailer for pregnancy tests.
Wow.
In 1994, I started Women's Choice Pregnancy Center in Show Low, which became Living Hope Women's Center, which is now New Hope Pregnancy Resource Centers. What started as one center grew into 3 in White River, Springerville, and Show Low. Our White River Center is the only center on an Indian reservation in the country. I directed the ministry for 20 years, retired, began a pro-life work in Ethiopia. That's another broadcast. And am back serving as president of New Hope's PRC board.
So now with 3,000 centers across the country, there must be a lot of them in small towns like ours. I'm wondering, what's the difference between a large city center and what you find at a rural one?
Rural centers are indeed very different than our urban ones. Simply because of the demographics, city centers do many more pregnancy tests and ultrasounds. Many offer STD testing, and some offer OB care at the center. At a rural center, our demographics are different. While we do pregnancy tests and ultrasound, our numbers are low comparatively. But we have the privilege of maintaining long-term relationships with our clients through our parenting classes. But we do save babies. In my years of running the center, I witnessed many women choose life. I remember one young woman who came in and she was adamant about aborting her baby. She did agree to an ultrasound, and as we both watched the screen, we were in awe. Her little guy raised his hands over his head and clapped repeatedly, as if saying, "Pay attention here. I'm human and I want to live."
Yes.
I was invited to his first birthday party given by a mama who dearly loves him.
That must be so gratifying. I'm so impressed, Dinah, that every single day in this country, pregnancy resource centers like yours are not only saving babies' lives, but also helping mom and dad out with the parenting skills that they need and giving them pride in providing for those babies through the Earn While You Learn program.
Absolutely. I think our centers are amazing. I want to invite my listeners to come by and visit us, see what we're up to, meet our new executive director, Kelly Rael. We're at 2500 East Cooley next to the Social Security office. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5. And if you'd like to help our ministry, we so appreciate donations.
Dinah, what kinds of things do you particularly need?
Well, right now, we need diapers, especially size 4 and 5. And also baby and toddler clothes and good quality baby items are always appreciated.
Well, that sounds like the perfect way for someone to get involved.
Absolutely.
That wraps up this week's Pro-Life Perspectives. Dinah, what are we going to talk about next time?
Well, since we talked about pregnancy centers this week, next week we're going to talk about Planned Parenthood.
That should be fascinating. I look forward to it.
Until next week, be safe,
Be blessed,
be kind,
and love life.